like that. Yeah, finish line, flexing, flexing, flexing. Follow when the kid like stop, like why you keep asking same question.
Grizzly going crazy, nigga.
Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? I remember going to school, never had the latest shoes. You was raised to make it cool, I was raised to make a move. We was playing with different bags, so I kept getting shitted on. It was motivation, telling myself stay patient. Package touchdown, gotta relocate it. If that body got took down, guess it was donated. Plug ain't from round town, but we both native. Yeah, sliding with my body, I got a Joe waiting. Can't let these hoes spend the night, ain't got no home training. Heard your damn mixtape, gave it a low rating. Yeah, streets reply.
I'm on.
Yo,
Man. Hey,
fuck is wrong with
man,
this shit, bro?
you out, you out. I know I tried to get you on yesterday, man. The Knicks was playing lives right now. I feel like the '90s or something.
You can hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. What up?
All right, so basically, you out there in New York, you know what I'm saying? What's the vibe like out there? What's the vibe like on the street, like?
Like what? The
Is
vibe
it
like what?
is when you if you was to go down to Times Square, what would be the vibe like right now?
Um, a lot of tourists, but it's raining now. The vibe is up because of the Knicks, so that shit crazy over here.
Say
You know
because
what
of the
I'm saying?
Knicks.
Yeah, son, that shit crazy. Should be having like fucking 10,000 people outside when them niggas be playing. Yep, be like 10,000 people out here, bro. Man, all them bars be popping. Shit crazy. Yeah. That's about it. Everything else is the same, bro. Everybody chasing the bag, you know what I'm saying? You dig? I don't know if that shit cut off or not. I don't know what this shit is.
Oh, my
But,
bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. You said because of the Knicks.
oh, yeah. New York turned up because of that shit, bro.
Knicks got New York turned
Most
up right
definitely. Yeah,
now.
you could look up that shit online. You can see that shit. It's like 10,000 people outside, bro.
So
Shit crazy.
so what between if you was to give it a 0 to 10% chance, what percent chance the Knicks not going to the finals bowl?
I don't know, bro. After last night, I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. Like the curse came back, son. Niggas was winning by 14 points and lost, bro. Like 2 minutes left, bro. I don't know, bro. That shit there, son. And then that other dude, whatever his name is, Towns, this nigga crying and shit. That's the sign of defeat. That's the sign of bitchness. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I can't call it. I give him a 50-50. I give him a 50-50 chance, you heard?
Overstood, overstood. I respect that. I respect that. All right, so this Diddy situation, man. I got a lot of people saying, even with what we've been hearing, people still think he gonna get found guilty. How you feel about the whole Diddy thing?
The Diddy case, I mean, I don't really care about it. That's rich people problems, you heard?
Right,
Because what he's on trial for is what the elite's been doing for a century. That's some shit that be going on from Hollywood. Hugh Hefner, all them niggas, Jeffrey Epstein, all them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers was doing that shit with little girls. You know what
right.
I'm saying? They ain't even get that much airtime like how Diddy get it. You know what I'm saying? So with him, you gotta look at what his charges are. It's sex trafficking, racketeering, like all they've been doing is talking about the freak shit. That's all they've been doing, or trying to like show that he's bad and shit or whatever. So in order to prove sex trafficking, you gotta prove coercion. And all of this shit revolve around Cassie. And when you start listening to it, bro, once she was on there last Friday, that was crazy, son. They asked a question. They said, yo, did you know about this pre-call shit from the beginning? Yes. Did you know that this was a prerequisite to be this motherfucker's girlfriend? She said, yes. After that, son, it's case closed, homie. For me.
Right.
Now, what is he guilty of? He's guilty of being a piece of shit. He's guilty of being of domestic violence, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that sexual assault she said happened to her. I just think it's crazy, yo. Chick talking about she's scared for her life, but you left him. You know what I'm saying? And told him why you left him. And then cheated on her. And then told him, like, yeah, son, I'm fucking with this dude. What's up? You know what I'm saying? To get him mad and shit. Like, if you was that scared, why you left? How was you able to leave if you was so scared of being caught? Man, that chick a bona fide freak, dog. And all of these women capping for the capping for, they got a little Cassie in them, my nigga. That's what that's about. They got a little Cassie in them. They want to go do all of that fuck shit and then want a nigga to wife them. That's the Cassie in them. That's capping for this chick. Now, if he was on trial for domestic violence and assault and all that, nobody gonna say nothing, nigga. You guilty as fuck. You beat that girl up. But now, peep this, son. So if we listening to this from the internet, right? We saw that shit. We thinking this chick is just trying to get away from this dude, and that come to find out in that hotel, that's a fucking freak off. And she called this shit, and this nigga looking at her phone and shit to find out he cheated and the nigga went off. That's not an excuse to beat her up like that, but that's the backdrop to what we saw. Prior to that, when we all saw the video, we thinking he just beat this chick up just because. Oh, she's trying to get away. No, you was a freak. You called for that freak off, told him what's up, and then a week later, yo, what's up? Did I want to do that?
All right, sound like you breaking up, Uncle Rob.
I got a phone call, you heard? My bad. But that shit crazy, son, you heard?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That shit crazy, you heard? So in my mind, I don't know, son, what else they got. So you just gotta wait. Cause they gotta prove this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you got an escort coming saying you paid them. I don't get that. Because it's sort of like, did you come across state lines? You gotta prove this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like if son, I'm looking at Rico case, bro. I ain't never seen a Rico case without a nigga with a co-defendant, son. I never saw that shit before. I never seen no nigga that got a RICO charge and they don't got, even if they charge that person individually with having an enterprise, they got a co-defendant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga don't got no co-defendants. So so what we saying? Everybody got immunity from this nigga? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe they got something, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they got. As far as I'm concerned, they just exposing this nigga's a nasty freak nigga, you heard?
The Punisher.
The Punisher, nigga. Yeah, that nigga there, son. That nigga name was the Punisher.
The Punisher.
Hey, the crazy thing
Hey, yo,
is,
son, but just imagine this shit, though, son. The chick knew about this shit from the jump. She knew about it, and then,
She
you know what
helped
I'm saying?
pay for it.
Yeah, and then you got fucking, what's this chick name? That's this dude's wife. What's her name? Or girlfriend? The Laura London that's supposed to be all, she best friends with this chick. She talking about these niggas been doing this shit before him, bro. So you know about this shit from the jump. You know what's behind those closed doors in that circle. They don't let anybody in that circle, son. They know what's going on. So you telling me, shorty, you just sitting there, you just meet this nigga, you with him, and he like, yo, let this nigga fuck you. Yo, let me watch him do this. And you with this shit? Yo, nah,
hey, check
son,
this
I
out.
ain't,
Check this out,
get
Uncle
the fuck
Rob.
out of here, my nigga.
Uncle Rob, check this out. Check
I
this
ain't
out.
trying to hear that shit. He's
So,
guilty of fucking her up, you heard?
Uncle
He whipped that
Rob,
bitch
check
ass,
this
my
out.
nigga. He
Check this
beat
out.
the shit out of her. That's a fact.
You hear me? Uncle
But
Rob,
that what
you hear
he's
me?
gonna charge
I
for,
don't
bro,
think he can
like,
hear you.
Oh, can't hear me?
Oh,
You
there
can
you
hear me?
go. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Lady
when he
asking you a question.
who's
Nah,
waiting?
check this out. This is what I'm saying. So
We can't hear
Diddy,
you, the host.
hey, you can hear me,
We
Uncle
can't
Robo?
hear the host.
I can hear him. You can't hear him, Raw.
Why
There's
I can't
something
hear
going
him?
on. I don't know.
You probably got a
That's
dang,
crazy.
that's crazy. Uncle Robon, can you come out and come right back in?
He said, "Can you come out and come right back in?"
What? Hey, peace to you, Uncle Saw.
Imitation.
What I was about to say was, it's crazy because he he hired uh Kid Cudi took the stand today. He hired Kid Cudi to. All right, here you go, Uncle Robon. All right, you hear me?
Yeah, hold on. Because every time I do this shit, it cuts off my Bluetooth, and I don't know why it does that.
Huh.
So,
We heard it too because it said doo doo.
All
all right, now I'm back.
right, you
Yeah.
hear me, Uncle Robon?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, so check me out. So Kid Cudi was on trial today. So we seeing that uh he hired Kid Cudi to do a song with Cassie, and they end up fucking around. Diddy catch him. You know what I'm saying? Diddy hires the trainer. Diddy hires the trainer. They end up fucking around. Diddy catch him. It's like, how much of this do we gotta see until we realize that this is just a domestic violence incident?
Well, she a chicken head, number one, and I still support her because see, Diddy will smack you. Diddy did something to my man's right. Diddy Diddy pistol whipped my man's during a session in Harlem. So and Diddy my man because he also
Oh
put my man
shit!
Loon on, right? So he put Loon on, so I got to give him credence. But at the same time, I done seen him get busy before. But here's the thing, Shorty, you help pay for some of these people. Number two, you are voluntarily messing around with side dudes. So how easy is it for me to pay a little money for somebody to come in and now you down for three or four? And you know what I do when she was with Ryan Leslie. See, cats don't even speak on Ryan Leslie. She was with Ryan Leslie. He said he had the same problems with her. So I'm not so sure that you know.
Hey, Uncle Assault.
Yeah,
She cheated on Ryan Leslie. She cheated on Diddy. She cheated on Kid Cudi, and she cheated on her husband. She with right now with Diddy.
and she okay with getting paid for a booty. She's a freak, and she been a druggie since she was with Ryan. So it's not like Diddy put her on the drugs. She
Yeah,
had been a druggie.
that's what they need to do. They need to call them since they doing character stuff. All right, nigga, we gonna get you now. You next. You know what I'm saying? Put Ryan up there.
See,
Know what I'm
Ryan
saying?
ain't gonna testify because he mad at Diddy for taking her from her in the first place.
Right, and this the crazy thing. When we all first heard about this, we thought Diddy, we thought this was about Diddy having these crazy sex parties where it was underage girls and underage teens, and people was getting treated crazy, and all of this was going on. Now we realize a freak off is just Diddy on one side of the room and Cassie and one of these 13 male escorts having sex. It's only three people in the room for a freak off.
Or four, because she like to get it. She like it wild.
Oh nah, Uncle Assad. They said it will only be one man, but sometimes they will hire back-to-back escorts, meaning they'll spend an hour with one. Diddy will fuck before, they will hire the male escort, he'll do something with it, Diddy would do something after, then they will hire another male escort, then Diddy would do something after, lasting 6 hours. So these freak offs that we hearing about, it's only three people. It's like the media sold us a ticket that this trial not even about.
Yeah, and we knew that. And here's my thing: why are we still talking to Cassie when she already took payoff money, and none of this can be used in the trial?
Yeah,
So the only thing
yo,
is
see this.
racketeering.
Yeah, so and I don't understand the racketeering part either. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So if you caught him with guns in the crib, that's something different. All right. But yo, it's supposed to be a paper trail. All right, just got this. Where's the niggas coming from across state lines?
Right. And they Diddy got the best lawyers in the world, by the way. He got Michael Jackson lawyer daughter, got Brian Steele on the bench, tucked away. And then he got his main, I think his name Mark Garoppolo or something like that. But Diddy lawyers, when they had one of the male escorts, when they had Punisher on the stand, they asked Punisher. They made it clear. When Diddy he got houses in Miami, LA, and New York. He getting these escorts where he at. He ain't flying no escort in, he getting them where he at. So they asked the Punisher, do the company that you work for engage in prostitution? Punisher said, hell no. He said he got enough money to where he started his own male escort business. He was a male stripper. Been doing this since 1995. They asked him, do your company that you got right now, do y'all engage in prostitution? He said no. So man, Diddy got the best lawyers ever, man.
Right. So obviously it's no trafficking. Ain't nobody getting paid to come from nowhere. Ain't
Yeah,
no trafficking.
and that's the crazy part, son. So I'm just like, yo, son. And the illest shit to me is they asking him like, yo, what's that other dude? Oh, he had that dude up there, the other dude. He said, yo, did she look like she was being forced or being? He's like, no. So I'm like, everybody saying no, except that first dude that they brought up there, because he had feelings for the goddamn chick. You heard?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had feelings for the chick. This other dude is saying, nah, son, this is just, the shit was normal, bro. This is just shit they like to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
She
like,
was with it. She was smiling. She was asking for more. When I hit it from the back, she said, oh, you're a champion, all that stuff. So that's what kills me about this whole situation. You got a willing participant who's already took payoff money. So all you're doing is trying to malign the situation and make it seem like he's involved in some type of racketeering, and which is what, like the Kid Cudi part with the blowing up of the vehicle, that would be racketeering. But you don't really have Puffy per se involved with that. He said, "What are you talking about? I didn't do
Hey,
that to you."
they say it was a female print on the car.
Yeah. So.
yeah, so like all of this shit is he say, she say shit.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is, yo, bro, this is some crazy shit. All we listening to is, and all of this shit keep going, Cassie. Because all of these niggas is getting paid to fuck Cassie. We not hearing nothing else. We not hearing no man-on-man action. None of that. This shit crazy.
Well, we did hear that Diddy rubbed cum on his nipples from the dude who busts off on him.
That was crazy.
That was the only thing.
That's crazy, bro.
Hey,
The baby oil ain't working.
You wanna know what's wild? Looking back on it, Cassie was the only one that said that.
Right.
Looking back on it, like, so I think I don't know if
you got kicked out.
they exposed that she cheated on her husband in front of her husband, but we could definitely say this. Let's talk about Dawn Richards. They brought from Dirty Money. Diddy signed her. They brought her on the stand. It was like, so you claim that Diddy hit Cassie in the head with a skillet. She was like, yes. She was like, well, 4 months ago, you said that you heard a skillet hit the wall. She was like, I don't remember. They say, all right, well, read this and look up at me when you're done. Then they say, and 3 months ago, you said that he threw some eggs on her. And then they was like, a while back, you said that he was about to hit her with the pan, but he sat it down. Man, bro, they caught her lying 12 times.
See, that's horrible, because these are your star witnesses, and
right.
Case ain't even start really. Well, the case is started, but these are people who they already took payoff money, and they can't get their story straight. And so who we gonna have? The girl from Danity Kane? We gonna have the only danger I think is for Diddy is there was a young rapper, and he took payoff money too, though. From what I heard, if he gets up there and he didn't take payoff money, he could be a problem because he was underage, he was young, and Diddy is flying him state to state. And if he had a relationship with that boy, then what's up with you, dog? You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's a man who likes a freaky sex. And so why are you putting him on trial? And we have to be careful about trying to persecute. Why are you defending Diddy? Because this could happen to any black man.
Facts.
And if you doing that just because he got money but no real issue, we'll let that happen to any of us. So I'm not throwing him under the bus until I see something.
And let's be clear. Let's be clear. If this case was domestic violence, Diddy guilty all day. But they alleging some shit to try to get this nigga life when they know damn well that that's not the case. So it goes to a bigger issue. How they keep trying to take down all of our greats.
Yep.
Motherfucker ain't do nothing different than Hugh Hefner. All this shit been going on for a century, bro. All of them rock and roll niggas, all of them niggas be having that freaky shit going on, bro. They got a circle. They all got a circle. And that's what they do. Is it morally right? You can say no, you know what I'm saying? But no, I ain't with the beating up the chick shit. I ain't with that. But the crazy shit is, he arguing with this chick, and he like, yo, you know what? I'm just telling you, if you gonna fuck with somebody, let me know. But if you wanna go fuck with somebody, go ahead. So if he's holding you hostage, how will you understand telling us that this nigga is saying, yo, you can go fuck with other people? Where's the hostage? Where's this trauma shit, my nigga?
Right.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I'm telling you, sir. I was saying this shit before you came on, man. A lot of them chicks that be banging for that chick, they got a little Cassie in them, you heard? They got a little Cassie in them. So I'm telling you, son. And it's really based off of the fact of, oh, that's a real man that's standing. But nah, son. You bitches got a little Cassie in you. And you want to go freak off and want your man to take you back, or you did this shit before, nigga. You got the Cassie in you. That's why they capping for that girl.
Yep. And that becomes a problem because, like I said, if you, I said this a long time ago, if you're able to just say something about a guy or a black man in particular, and that all of a sudden becomes, an actual happening without any proof or evidence,
We all will be in jail.
yeah, that's dangerous.
And you know what else is crazy?
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this
go
real
ahead.
quick, Uncle Rob, because y'all probably ain't hear this part. The craziest part, the worst part, character-wise about Cassie's being on stand is that she said Diddy violated her. Now let's be clear. They show in text messages the very next day when she off back to her husband Alex, she sent Diddy a heart emoji. You know what I'm saying? And then she got the dates mixed up. She tell the prosecutors she got violated in September, but 4 months ago she tell the detective she got violated in August. So it's, man, this it's a crazy situation. But Diddy got the best lawyers. Uncle Rob Bourne, you got it.
Yeah, I just think that is just, this shit is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit is wild, son. The dude is an asshole. We all know that. He's a freaky ass nigga. We all know that. And somebody from New York, whoever's from around here, they had some kind of interaction with somebody who know that nigga or something about it. And we all heard about this shit, son. This ain't nothing new. Now we ain't know the details like this shit though. We ain't know this nigga like to get shit rubbed on him and all that other wild shit. We ain't know that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, son. It's just that now when they come out, the shit hit different, bro. Like
Hey,
that
y'all
shit.
want to hear something crazy? Y'all want to hear something crazy?
That shit
Y'all
he
wanna hear
told
something
Nori crazy, bro.
check this out. They said one time they was having a freak off. It was Diddy, Cassie, and a male escort. They said during that freak off, they was on so much drugs or whatever, Cassie passed out. They put Cassie in the tub.
Wake her up.
Wake her up. She wake up. She see the male escort and Diddy freaking out. Said 5 minutes later, they continued to freak out. They continued to freak off. Come on, gang.
Yeah, and the other shit that's crazy about it, you bringing up all of this other shit. All this assault here, assault there. This nigga ain't charged for none of that shit nowhere. I mean, so it's like, why you bringing that shit up, bro? He's not charged with none of that, bro. He's not guilty of it. He's not none of that. So that's crazy. And the only thing I was wondering is, I wonder why they didn't ask her when she was on the stand. Like, yo, when did these niggas approach you? When did they asked it, but they kind of veered off? When did the feds approach you? And was you offered anything for this shit? Because you are the co-defendant in sex trafficking, nigga. You, right. Nigga, you're the co-defendant. So it go like this, right? Let's say, boom, I'm fucking with Asar. Boom. And you and Asar is the captain. You put me under y'all, right? So I'm 17. I start fucking with y'all. Y'all polluting my mind. Y'all giving me drugs. Boom, 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 boom. We running around, shooting shit up, killing shit. I get caught. You get caught up. Niggas is like, yo, hey, AB, what happened? Well, you know, I was under the influence. I was coerced doing this. I was only 17 years old. Hell no, nigga, you killed these 3 niggas. You killed these niggas. You was dead. You did everyone. When can this be a defense, bro? How is this a defense, bro? How do you use that shit? So I would have liked them to ask that, yo, what did these niggas offer you for your testimony, bro? Do you have immunity? You just said that you was in charge of getting these escorts. How long you was doing this shit, nigga? Did you get these escorts to come across state lines? I would have asked all of that shit, nigga. Where these niggas be coming from?
She definitely got immunity. I think Diddy female lawyer was showing text messages where Diddy was like, I'm horny, and she said something, and Diddy was like, I'm so damn horny, I can't even think straight. And she was like, when you want to do it? And he was like, no, he asked her when you want to do it. And she was like, we can do it during the week or during the weekend. They even got a text message of her saying, we got a freak off this weekend, so I'm going to skip my period so we can still do the freak off. Man, they got text messages of her saying she going to set up the room and call the escort. So that's voluntary, man.
Yeah, I don't see any part where
Yo, but hold on. But let's get to this, right? They homed in on the point of this chick wanted to be his wife. She wanted to have children with him. Right. What nigga in his right mind is gonna wife you up, bro? And have kids with you. And you submitted to all of this shit. Smoke over. Who gonna do that?
Yeah. The white guy with the blue eyes and the cowboy boots.
Yeah, but he down with this shit. But bro, listen, check it out, bro. He down with this shit too. Yo, Saul, you know how this shit work, bro. You know you's a trainer. You know how this shit goes, son. Especially niggas going in the Hamptons, and those niggas let you in that circle, my nigga. You know what these niggas is into. He knew this shit from the jump.
Yeah.
He was just like the Brian nigga. I want to make you my girl. Leave him alone. Why you gotta be with him? Come with me, baby.
Yeah. No,
and then
I'm never coming home to the kids or anything. You remember your man.
Yeah. And then after that shit, the bitch still wanted to do freak offs. After everything, she still wanted to do it, even if they wasn't together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That industry is crazy, son. So it's just crazy to hear this shit. The shit is wild. We knew it or knew of it, but goddamn.
Yeah.
Some freaky ass niggas.
Yeah, and what that's just really it's really just it's out of pocket that to
Yo,
me that
we
you
can't hear
got a
you
willing
again, bro.
participant in some of these and you spent some of your own money. You spent some of your own money to do it, and you're known for doing it even before you got with him, not to freak off, but just wilding out. How in the world can we put Diddy in a situation where he's accountable for sexual behavior if it's not with a minor? What adults do is what adults do.
Right. Man, she said on the stand that one of the male escorts, she told him to drink a lot of water, and then she orchestrated him to pee in her mouth. She said she threw up because it was too much pee, and then she said Diddy started peeing on her. So we can't sit up here and act like like it didn't. It was to the point to where she would tell the male escort, we gonna make a scene, and my husband gonna come in about 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna keep doing us. They got her texting the Punisher outside of the freak offs.
Yeah.
Feel the feelings for her.
So that right there, now you doing it on your own. He ain't even there forcing you, but you calling him directly. So what are we doing at that point in time? Because now you voluntarily hollering at him. So it ain't Diddy's issue. Diddy ain't tell you, well, you need to go. Because Diddy jealous of you. So if you're doing something without him, he gonna feel a certain way. But now you just voluntarily calling him so he can hit it.
Look, Uncle, this was crazy. Kid Cudi took the stand today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Young thug lawyer, Brian Steele, he cross-examining Kid Cudi. He tell Kid Cudi, man, you a great artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I love your music, man. You make great songs, man. We love your music. He say, Cassie, you spent Christmas with Cassie and her family, right? Say, yeah. He say, so Cassie told you that she wasn't with Diddy no more, right? You know what I'm saying? They got it all the way down. They got it all the way down to him admitting that
They both got played.
he left. Yeah, he admitted him and Diddy got played by Cassie, but he admitted that he left his front door open, and he said that Cassie told him that she gave Diddy his address, like while she was with him and Diddy in his house. Like, imagine that, bro. Like, you trying to save this girl. You know what I'm saying? You thinking she being abused and shit. Nigga, next thing you know, you realize you left your door open for her. She telling you, oh yeah, my nigga is inside your house. And I had to give him your address.
Bro, that shit crazy, bro. It seems like everybody they put on the stand is fucking up, bro.
Fucking up. Just like the Young Thug trial. Fucking up. I say they fucking up worse. They catching them lying. Like they catching the witnesses are not well, Don was the only one lying. But the rest of these witnesses, like they going along with Diddy. The Punisher said he never seen Diddy high. Punisher said he charged $200 an hour. $200 an hour to hump on you with his little G-string on. He said they was giving him $500, $2,000. Nigga said he started his own company. And Cassie paid him every time.
You want to hump on me? Yup. The Punisher.
Cassie paid him every time, man.
It's the Punisher, baby. The Punisher.
So I think Uncle saw the bigger question, the elephant in the room is, are we really? Because I ain't gonna lie, Uncle Saw, if we paying attention to African news, we see that the U.S. is occupying, is organizing these coups that's taking down these black leaders. So is that what's going on over here also with R. Kelly Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson. Is it a bigger plot to take down a black man?
It is when you go into these fraternities, which is what music is, the industry. You go into these fraternities, man. Let me tell you. Let me tell y'all. Let me go on.
Nah, but
So,
look, Uncle, look, check this out, Uncle Saw. I
hold
thought
up.
it
You
started off.
gotta understand, right? So
Uncle Saw. I thought it started off with the liquor company.
no, not at all. So watch. When I'm about to get my deal, Clive Davis is looking at my crew, the Ruffian Squad, after we came out the World Supremacy in '93. After I did the MC battle, we had deals on the table. You have them, us, and then you have Wu Tang, and you have young black teenagers. So Clive Davis will do this. He looked at somebody in our crew and he was going to give us a deal, but he wanted to have relations with that person. So
Uncle
he was
Saw.
going to give me the deal,
Uncle
but he
Saw.
wanted to have
Now
listen,
hold up.
listen. So
Hold up,
I
look,
can
you
finish
going
the
to the
story. He
Uncle Saw,
wanted to.
check me out. I'm speaking bigger than a sexual thing. I'm
No, because
saying
it's not.
plotting. I'm
It's
saying
not. That's why
plotting
I'm
to
telling you.
take
Listen,
down, plotting
no,
to take down our leaders ain't got nothing to do with sex.
no, it's not like that. I'm telling you. And when these sissies at the top want to get with somebody, and my partner said no, he didn't want to do it. So it's like we cool. But when they want to get with somebody, that's what it is. And because they have so much power, money,
Uncle Saw, you gotta understand. Diddy already took that bait. Diddy is one of them. We can't deny that.
Diddy
What I'm
can't.
talking about is plotting to take down out. Now, let's be clear. The first thing we heard from this Diddy downfall, it started with this liquor company. Like when this ain't about nobody coming out from the sex parties. All that's still undertook. Like that was still a myth, and really it still is a myth because this trial not about that. But I'm talking about them plotting to take down our powerful black men.
Diddy got in trouble because he tried to put somebody else that's in power in trouble. That person, in turn, was like, okay, you got me in trouble with the feds, but I weathered the storm. Let's see if you could survive the same thing. So you watching him go through the situation from the person that he tried to disrespect, who has connections with the feds and all that other stuff, always had. And so that's what you're seeing. This is why Diddy is getting it. Our leaders, they always try to snuff out. That's why they on Ibrahim Torre, because without us economically, it doesn't work because we spend the most. And in Africa, we
Yeah,
have the most resources.
yeah, but I get it like this, right? It's what a saw says. And that industry, like, yo, he was groomed by Clive and the rest of them freaky asses.
Yeah.
That's what he was groomed by. That shit is not about that, son. Yeah, it is about it. It's about them showing you that they got the power over you, and yeah, we gonna do this for you, nigga, and we got this over you. That's why all these people is quiet, son. Why do you think all these people is fucking quiet, son? Because they know, son, that they participated in the bullshit, or they wouldn't be where they at. A lot of people didn't do it. Some people did. We heard all of these stories,
Well,
and
hold
then
on. Say that Jay
we
Z did
we
that
we
too.
it's a possibility. That's a big
They,
possibility.
Jay,
Wow,
That's a big
wow.
possibility. I mean, so because you gotta look at it like this, right? When you dealing with them people and you dealing with them motherfuckers at that top thing, these niggas be wanting shit, man. They want shit from you, bro. They want you to do shit. Them niggas is freaky ass niggas, man. Them niggas is the devil in the flesh, bro. So I don't know what happened between him. I can't speak on it. But what we do know, son, is that this shit been going on since '91 with this nigga, son. From '91, son, this nigga been in some shit, son. And he always slithered his way out of that shit. How do you think he slithered his way out of this shit?
because he had power. He was under Andre Harrell, and
know what I'm
Andre
saying?
Harrell was the same way.
That shit all starts from that motherfucking city college, all from that city college shit where them kids get stomped out and all that, going all the way down the line, son. This nigga slivered his way out of everything.
I don't blame him for the city college thing though. That was
Yeah,
Did,
but
did, did, did
niggas
y'all
told
did
him.
y'all read? Did y'all where it said that now Jay-Z is considered the GOAT?
I mean, he could be a goat. I mean, he'll be a billionaire, nigga. Anyone who reached that B, you know what I'm saying, we could put him up there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Jay
I
got no.
hold on real quick. So he
I ain't mad
settled.
with Jay.
Hold on real quick. He settled with Cassie. He settled with Cassie November 17th, 2023. But this with DiMaggio, he settled with them in January 2024. I gotta see when it went public, but it says Diddy and liquor giant Diageo settled a legal dispute where Combs accused the company of racism and negligence in marketing his tequila and vodka brands Ciroc and De Leon. The settlement resulted in Combs withdrawing his lawsuit and Diageo becoming the sole owner of De Leon Liquor. So they settled in 2024. I think I'm guessing we had to hear about that before, about the legal disputes. I don't know, man. It's always something in between the
So
lines.
do you think though, Sean, do you think that Diddy is our leader? Do you think he's a leader?
Nah,
Yeah. So now once we establish that these entertainers ain't our fucking leaders, they
nah,
just
they black. Nah, he a powerful black man. He a representative of black excellence.
he's a freaky ass nigga now. We got
That's
his ass.
cool. Hey, that's cool. Everybody got their own ways of life in the bed. You feel me? Everybody got that.
That nigga's crazy. Hey yo, son, I just want you to really think about what you just said. Niggas said them freak offs go for 8 hours. Niggas said we gonna have a short freak off, which is the one we talked about earlier that I didn't even know about, or we all didn't know that shit in the hotel with her, but we see her get beat up. So we gonna do a short one. This only gonna be for 5 hours. This only gonna be for 5 hours. Nigga, 5 hours, nigga, what kind of freaky shit is that? Yo, them niggas don't even do this shit, and them niggas advance the freak off, son. Niggas say, yo, we ain't even gotta be in our house. Niggas go get the hotel. These niggas is just doing that shit everywhere.
Hey,
All I'm saying is this: you can't front now. That shit that he told Nori, Fab, and Jada, and he told Nori, I like to see you scrambling and scraping, baby. You know that shit hit different now, son.
hey, Uncle
You
Rob,
know that shit hit different.
I ain't never heard of Astroglide until recently.
Now, I ain't never heard of that shit neither. I don't even know what the fuck that
He
shit is.
said Astroglide. Yo.
They said he got caught with 18 bottles of Astroglide and 50 bottles of baby oil. I'm like, goddamn, what's Astroglide? What the hell?
And when he got, yo, son, look. And when they caught him, he was still having a freak off. He had all that shit up in there. That nigga said, I'm a freak off for these niggas lock me up.
They said any man that ever did the Harlem Shake is suspect. Thanks,
Oh,
Diddy.
man.
Right.
Hey, yo, Sean, you ain't answering that question, though, son. That shit he told Fab and Nori, son, that shit don't hit different now, bro.
Yeah.
Nah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I always thought Diddy was a freaky ass nigga. Maybe he's bisexual, but that we still gotta give him respect off of what he built. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, bro. That nigga said, I like to see you scrambling and scraping, daddy.
Man, what he told Meek Mill? What he told Meek Mill in the pool?
I don't know what he told. I never heard. I ain't been following.
He say you've been working hard, daddy. You've been working
Yeah, he
hard,
did say
daddy.
that. He did say Meek Mill was in
Damn,
there
son.
doing the most too. I was like, what the heck, yo? Y'all got the sound from this?
Yeah, that shit crazy, son.
Yo.
Nigga said you been working. Nigga said Fab, when you going to party with me, man?
Right.
When you going to really party
Yeah,
with me, man?
but you know who really exposed them? It was 50 Cent.
He like, why you buying me stuff?
50 Cent was like, "Yo, what you mean? Let's go chill. I mean, we chilling right now. Like, what you mean? Let's go party. Like, I'm good. Like,
Now, I saw. Check this out. See how you brought this shit up from back in the days? Around '98, son. Back in the days, I was in that Covenant House shit, right? Back in the days, 41st Street, right?
Mm,
Came home, they put my young ass in that shit, right? So I'm
mm,
over there. So we walking around. Some bald head black dude called me, bring me, and the dude like, yo, y'all niggas is models and shit, cause you know niggas is young, niggas just came home, niggas got 8 packs and shit. So he like, yo, man, I got this office. It was on Penn Street, on 34th Street. So he's like, yo, why don't y'all come to my office? He came to the office. He went upstairs to this nigga office, son. This nigga got Puffy on the wall, Michael Jackson, all this other shit. He said, yo, Puffy is doing a play. And he said, okay, we'll pay you $5,000 to go on the play. I was like, okay, what the fuck is this play? The nigga said, I got a question though. Would you kiss your friend? What you say, nigga?
what?
Say that again.
Yeah.
I said, hell no. Hey, yo, son, I don't know this dude like that. I just met him in the Covenant. He was just a cool nigga. You know what I'm saying? He like to do pull-ups. That's why I fuck with the nigga. Son, that nigga didn't say nothing, son. The nigga
he
didn't
was
just,
he was
he
kind of
didn't,
open.
the nigga ain't say nothing. Hey, yo, son, after that day, son, I seen the nigga one day, and I don't know what happened to the nigga. I never seen the nigga again. So now,
No.
if we talking about this, you talk about the shit with the man getting pistol whipped, right? You saw
Yeah.
that, right? This is some shit that you could call, this is trafficking, nigga. Who is this fucking black nigga that pulled me in this fucking executive office? What did he play is this nigga talking about, yo, would you kiss this nigga? What the fuck is you talking about, nigga?
Yeah.
Nah, son. Yo, that nigga did not reject it, son. He didn't reject it. The nigga just stood there and was quiet. I looked at this tall, fucking flat top Jerry curl nigga. I said, oh, man. Nigga. Yeah, we fucked up, my nigga, but I ain't doing that. I'll rob me some of these white people out here. I ain't doing that shit, nigga. Poof, I'm out. Yo, so when I'm
It's
telling you,
nuts.
son,
Yeah.
if you talk to most niggas that's on my niggas, even though it's in the, I'm not 100% sure that he was sending niggas to scout niggas out. I don't know, son. But that's what the nigga told us, son. The nigga told us he doing a play, Puffy doing a play. Would you kiss your friend?
Yo. See, and your man got quiet. What the see?
Son, that
Nah,
nigga did. Yo, bro, that nigga didn't say nothing to Saul. The nigga just was quiet.
dead ass. He got these cats is wild, man. It's just some wild souls out here, man. I
And
can't
all
even.
these chicks were up and raw. All you niggas is women beaters and all that. You bitches would have been y'all be doing the most shit for little shit. Imagine if Diddy come around. You're gonna be doing all of that shit Diddy wants you to do, nigga. You
Yeah.
would have been happy to be in Diddy in Cassie position. They would
Right,
have been doing that shit, nigga, like it was nothing. They got a little
right,
Cassie in them, man. I'm telling you, man. They got
right,
Cassie in them, man.
right. That's a fact.
I can't even.
What they'll do for $200 right now, man. Diddy throw $2,000, man. They'll go inside out.
Yeah.
They'll turn their body inside out.
Go straight Autobot. Be a straight Autobot. I mean bot. They crazy, yo. That is nuts. But that's the stuff we gotta look out for. We got man, that's crazy.
Out of control, man. All the way out of control. Uh, hey, as far as we stand right now, free Diddy. My boy got the best lawyers in the goddamn world.
Yeah,
I think.
Diddy.
Would you say, Uncle So?
Yeah, Diddy on point with the lawyership. Right now, the only thing that's happening is he's being I don't want to call it degraded. He's just being exploited for his physical activity, but in no way or form are they coming up with any incriminating evidence. Because how you got female fingerprints on your car, that means probably the girl that that you left for Cassie got mad and blew your car up. They just not. It's not. They don't have anything solid. They don't. Nothing is sticking for them right now in the offense. The prosecutor. So I think, like I said, I think it's going to be a tough trial. He'll learn to watch his mouth next time, and he'll probably come home. He'll probably come home embarrassed, money exhausted because they trying to freeze his assets. That's it. That's it.
Man, I think Uncle Saul, I think he gonna walk. You know what I'm saying? I think you know how the feds do, man. You know what I'm saying? They might catch him on one of the goddamn 12 charges and hit him with something. You know what I'm saying? Make him sit down for a little bit. I don't think they
Yeah.
gonna exhaust his funds though. I think he didn't already spend. I think 100,000 on the 100,000 on the lawyers. I mean 100 million on the lawyers. I don't think he gonna. I think what is really looking like Uncle Saul is looking like from the media perspective. They try to railroad him at the beginning and make him something he wasn't. I think he gonna come home and be the champ. He gonna be the people's champ. People gonna be like, yo, we're not gonna party with you. We're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going shopping with you. You know what I'm saying? But we fuck with Uncle Dick. You know what I'm saying? I think they gonna look at it like that.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
He's still gonna be able to get any female he wants.
He got the money for that. He
Right.
always been dapper and sharp, and now they hearing all these freaky tales. You know how the freak. You know how these freaks is nowadays. They probably all in. Oh, did he did that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm
But
gonna
it's
tell
just
you what's
gonna be
crazy.
wild.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, Uncle. So he was messing with Young Miami, right? He was messing with Young Miami from the City Girls, and around this time, this when Cassie was suing him. You know what I'm saying? This when Cassie had sued him. She seen he was going all out, spending money on this black girl. Cassie got jealous. Her boyfriend, her husband broke. They sued her. She had a story on one of her talk stories about how she like get cheated on, Uncle Saw.
Wow, that's crazy.
Young Miami from the City Girl. She actually had a show where she was saying like she like golden showers. It like all come back around.
That's crazy, yo. It's so wild right now. They just,
Yo,
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 yo, they got a lot of kids going on there. How many babies you got, bro?
man, they all over this place, right? This, I think it's like one, two, three, four, five, it's seven of them downstairs right now. And the
man,
door
it's a
is closed,
daycare.
and you're hearing it like that. You feel me? Let me.
Yo,
It's
Sean,
a
why you be
daycare.
trying to hide these? Why you be trying to hide these conscious fucking conversations too, bro? Why we on
Say
the
it again.
topic? Why you be keep trying to hide these conscious conversations, man? That shit is dead, bro.
Man, you think consciousness ain't never dead as long as I'm alive.
That
Consciousness
shit
ain't never
dead,
dead as
nigga.
long as I'm alive.
Listen, bro. In the real world, son, I go through it. If you work in the corporate world and you around these fucking people, you see these bitch ass black people, some of them black women trying to do the black man dirty. That black power shit out the window, trying to throw you under the bus. Then you got some other white people in there. They kissing ass to the white man. You try to show, look at me, master. I told on this nigga right. This is what's going on in the real world, bro. All that black power shit in the real world don't mean nothing. That shit ain't nothing, bro. That shit is dead, son. You gotta understand, brother. When you come into this understanding, son, you gonna be all right.
All right, you ready to hear my response?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. What's your response?
All right, so check this out. As much as a bag of apples got spoiled or rotten ones, you still don't throw away the whole goddamn bag. You know what I'm saying? Now we talking about some cereal. Yeah, you throw the goddamn cereal away if a roach hit it. Yeah, you throw the whole plate away if a fly on it. But if the whole bag, if you got
Hold
a
up.
bag, if you got
The
a bag
roach,
of apples and
the
some
roach
of them
walk
are
on the
rotten.
cereal. You take a
Hold up real quick.
handful out where you think the roach walk.
If you got a bag, hold up, if you got a bag of apples and some of them are rotten, you just throw the rotten ones out, brother. So what we talking about is, yes, we run into these house niggas. Yes, we run into these goofy ass niggas every day. But that don't define all of us. On that don't define everybody trying to figure out where the fuck they come from and get up out of this goddamn white man land with some bread. Everybody trying to come up. Everybody trying to understand what is the what in the sky, Uncle Robon. Consciousness ain't dead. These niggas just scared. Don't let these Hebrews run you off your damn square. What the niggas say? Stand on your goddamn square. Don't let these Hebrews on the block just because they got steel-toe boots on run you off your goddamn square. Fuck all that. Don't let these Muslims, just because they got a suit on and they got bean pies and a bow tie, don't let these niggas run you off your square, right, boy? Each one teach one.
That's right. That's right. And when that roach run on your cereal, you just take a handful of that cereal out and you handle the rest of that box. Now you, I'm from the hood, baby. From the hood. We
Come on, man.
Rod,
Where you at,
we
my
was
boy?
Rod in Brooklyn, but I was over there. We was over there off of Adam Clayton, over there at my man Lenny's spot. If you leave if you run water in the sink, you gotta clean out the sink or the roaches will pop up in the sink right after. You do the same thing with the bathtub. You gotta, as soon as you finish with the water, you gotta wipe it down, or they're gonna pop up. It don't even matter if you clean, they looking for water. So we was in them joints. They're not in the Charmaine Gardens in my apartment. We ain't had that problem, but they had rats the size of cats. And I thought it was a guinea pig up in the house. I said, yo, Marlon, my man Marlon bought Sam Gore barbershop, my man. Me and him had a spot. I said, yo, is that a pet? That's your guinea pig? He like, no, B, that's a rat, B. So I said, what? He said, yo, I said, you ain't got no cat? Yo, let me get the gun. He was about to shoot it. I was like, hold on, let me shoot him out into the
Hold
hole.
on real quick, Uncle Sir. Oh, hey, Uncle Robon, respond to what I said.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. You can talk that hot shit all you want. All you gotta do is look at black social media. This is all you gotta do. And when you look at black social media, what do you see, bro? What do you see? You see the fuckery. You see the fuck shit. This is what you see. This is what the majority of the population is in tune with. Fuckery. We want to hear all the gangster stories. We want to uplift every nigga that destroyed the community. As soon as they come home, we give them a shout out. Ain't that right? Big Meat.
Nah,
Let's throw this nigga apart. Nope. No. You ain't getting out of this. Ain't nope. Big Meech came home. You can look on Instagram. Everybody, yo, where's the party? Supreme Team nigga come home. Blah. Hold on. Matulu Shakur came home. This the nigga that did the most gangster shit. This nigga freed motherfucking Asada Shakur. He down with the niggas that's killing the police because they killing the black people. All these niggas come home. These niggas don't get nothing. These niggas fought for the shit that you're talking about. They thought that this shit was going to be a real revolution. These niggas stayed alive and they was alive in a coffin. And they come to find out the bullshit. And I'll tell you my last story before I stop. I was just like you, 24 years old, sitting at a motherfucking, where was I at? Where the fuck was we at? 5 Points. 5 Points Correctional Officer, the new shit that they made, the maxi of all maxis, whatever that bullshit they claim it is. I was talking that Black Power shit. That nigga said, yo, listen, bro. You see my numbers? This nigga has 70-something numbers, meaning he was in that bitch before I was born. That nigga said, I was in the Attica riot. I fought for you niggas to have college. I fought for you niggas so that them niggas gonna rape your fucking moms and shit when they come up here. I fought for you to have commissary. Now look at you niggas. The white man can go to sleep in the bubble and you niggas run around cutting and stabbing and killing and trying to extort each other. Nigga, that Black Power shit dead. I was arguing with this nigga up and down. Then 2000 rolled around. Everybody said, yo, we want college back. Yo, we gonna lock the jails down. You know what them niggas did? Hey, Assad, you wanna go to Sing Sing? Be closer to your family. We want you to come out to the cell and serve that food. Yes, master. All these niggas, they did that too. And you know the jail that stayed locked down? The fucking females. The females held the shit down. Nigga, if them niggas in there can't do that shit, you not gonna convince me that these niggas out here about none of that, bro. And when you do got niggas that's out here that's about that, you forget about them. We forgot about Gavin Long. We forgot about Mika X. We forgot about all these niggas, son. We forgot about all of them. Don't got not one word for these niggas, bro. So when you look at the majority of the population, son, it's over, son. These niggas programmed us. If you want to talk about Yaku, the white man is motherfucking Yaku, and the black American is the created nigga. The nigga that he created, bro. And it's the fact, son. This is what it is. Now, you got a couple of niggas that could do shit. You got a couple of little roaches, like you said. You got a couple of niggas in the corner, couple of niggas over there. But look at the conscious community you entered. Look at the conscious community I entered. Niggas wasted 10 years of talking about some fucking Bible, some fucking Muslim niggas. Oh, your shit is fake. Oh, your shit is fake. Oh, it's the nutter rule, nigga. No, it's a law. No, I'm a Moor. No, I'm an Aboriginal. These niggas ain't produced shit for nothing in the community. No community drives. And we gonna meet up, and you're gonna pay to meet up to listen to niggas talk. If you're gonna have a debate, you're gonna pay niggas to talk. And we gonna rob you, nigga. Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be 500 niggas that come in this live. We charge the niggas 3,500, and these dumbass niggas who wanna be famous, niggas getting paid 500 while the nigga take the rest. And these niggas keep falling for the same bullshit. This is the conscious community. These niggas ain't produced nothing. If you can show me, son, this community that you entered, son, and you can be honest and show what this shit produced besides the more division in the community, son, then I can bear witness. If you can't show me in the past 10 years, all of these niggas that was brought together that's supposed to be about the liberation of black people, and you can show you, I'll bow out right now. If you can't show that, you gotta come to my side now, son. You gotta come to my side.
All right, so check this out. You coming first, you talking about the YouTube conscious community. So you starting off with a false premise. You want PC to turn into 3D. So let's start there. Let me get to the bigger point. When you were saying all you see on the internet is bullshit, us doing bullshit. Brother, they got this thing called the algorithm. Maybe your algorithm fucked up. Maybe your algorithm just showing you some bullshit every day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your Facebook algorithm is messed up. So you probably gotta get your algorithm. Your algorithm is messed up, Uncle Robon, so you probably gotta reset your phone. But back to the bigger point. Back to one of your other points. When we talk about the conscious community, Uncle Robon, you can run from it all you want to, nigga, but you a part of this shit. So before you
no, I'm not. I'm out of it. I'm out.
Hold up. Before you add placementships and authority on other and responsibility on other motherfuckers, Uncle Robon, you gotta understand that you is a part of this. You one of them niggas. You can't run from it. Each one teach one. Each one motherfucking teach one. You can't run from it. So you acting like you Captain to Zodiac now. You gonna turn the little African boy down. That's what you saying? Ain't no more each one teach one. Cut it out, Uncle Robon. This is what we saying. When you see a black man on his shit, that's black excellence. We know what the hell black power is, Uncle Robon. It'll never be dead as long as Super Wavy alive, as long as I saw him car smash Rockwell, as long as the pseudo killers, as long as everybody's still doing their shit, we gonna forever be alive. Now, like I said, this conscious community that you're talking about, This conscious community that you're talking about is an internet thing. This conscious community you're talking about is an internet thing. So we can't try to make it 3D all of a sudden. Everybody ain't Dr. Umar where they can sell you a goddamn dream. Now we understand that elders like Sinetta need to have a bookstore 2025 by now. We understand that some elders need to have restaurants. We understand that, my brother. But we gotta go at them individually and put that case out there. That's for us to do. Don't run from the goddamn fight. Put your damn boots back on, Uncle Rob Boy. Get out the goddamn gym all the time and get on the street. Stop letting these Hebrew Israelites run you off your goddamn square. Stop letting these goddamn Muslims run you off your goddamn square. We all gonna be we in this
see what I'm
together.
saying, Super Wavy? See what I'm saying? See, you asking me why I'm letting the Hebrews run me out, man. They ain't running me out. They got their truth. But you still didn't address the matter. You still didn't address it. When Tulu Shakur came home, we did not hear nothing nowhere on the internet about it. Big Meech came home, we heard it everywhere. What is he famous for? What is he famous for? Killing black people, bro. And this is what black people want to lift up. Let's be for real here. Niggas could tell you about Alpo and all these other crazy shit. You start asking niggas, well, tell me about black abolitionists. Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass. Tell me about West Africa. Mansa Musa. Niggas don't care about that shit, bro. Why are you trying to run? No, it ain't my algorithm. This is black social media, bro. This is what we see. We see what we are in control of that. We are in control of what we put out there. White man got nothing to do with that shit. That's all us, right? You ain't addressed that shit, man. Niggas don't care, son. Kanye, now he went crazy. But prior to that, he talking about free who? Who are these niggas talking about, son? You got political prisoners that's been locked up forever, son. Niggas don't care about them people. That shit is bullshit. They don't care. Why we don't got Gavin Long Day, son? What happened to Mika X Day? What happened to this shit, bro? Nah, son, that shit is over, bro. It's dead, son.
Check me out, Uncle Rabon. You keep saying Matula Shakur. Like, with all respect, I'm a 90s baby. So we ain't by the time I'm coming up, nigga, we ain't it's about you trying to criticize black culture, but we can walk and chew gum at the same time. If we didn't get some information down here in the South that y'all niggas was privy to up north, nigga, we ain't, nigga, I ain't learned about Malcolm X nigga till damn near high school, nigga. I ain't learned about we learned about Martin Luther King in elementary and all that, but nigga, that was one out of, nigga, you gotta understand, we down here in the South. You keep saying Matula Shakur like that's saying Barack Obama, brother. That isn't up north, brother. You gotta understand. We on the whole. We Texas. We can cut off from the United States and be our own. So we gotta understand something. When you just throw names out there that we supposed to honor, we respect all the elders. But brother, ain't nobody. Listen to me, Uncle Robon. Are we? Have we been programmed? Yes, Uncle Robon. Is Michael Jordan black? Yes, Uncle Robon. We gotta understand there's a disconnect from the unks to the YNs. And if you gonna run from the motherfucking fight, then you one of the causes from it being a disconnect from the unks to the YNs. It's not a connection. Somebody was supposed to tell me about Dr. Khalid Muhammad in high school. I was supposed to learn about that nigga 5 years ago, 7 years ago. What I'm telling you is, brother, there's a motherfucking disconnect. So if you not go acknowledge the motherfucking disconnect, then you a part of the goddamn problem, Uncle Robon.
I hear you, bro.
You're gonna keep it 100. Hold up, Rob, for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say this too. Right now, you have connections to a Saber Reggie. You have connections to a Sinetta. You have connections to a James Smalls. You have a connection to a Cabo Khomeini. These are the things we wish we could do, is talk to a Malcolm X during that time. You know, I met Farrakhan before, but it's difficult to do. So now you got connections to your elders, and instead of digging and poking in their brains about some of the methods that they used and what should be done now, we ignore them, disrespect them. We call them fanatics, weirdos, and all types of stuff. And so we're missing out on the opportunity as a collective to really make some great things take place. And that's part of the disconnect. That's what it is right there.
But you did. I saw you are on my side. Now
Yes.
you have no reason, Sean, Mr. Wavy man, Mr. Wavy, you know what I'm saying? You got no reason now because you got the internet. All of this shit is connected. You could DM motherfuckers. We didn't have that back then, son. We had to go I had to go in the library to learn this shit I learned. I had to sit my ass in there and painstakingly read this shit, nigga, from page to page. You niggas got internet, you could get a free book, PDF this shit, and go right to the goddamn spot. So what's the excuse? Now it becomes a point of accountability. So I'm just saying, son, like, bro.
Hold on.
I'm gonna stop now. Hold on, I'm gonna stop now. And what I'm saying is, like, in my circle, whenever I'm around young people, I still do my job. My job is to put you on, whatever we doing. If you in the fitness, this. If I'm going to tech, this is what I'm doing. Yo, this is what I'm studying. This is where I work at now. Yo, bro, you need to start doing it like this. As a black woman, as soon as they come in, I put them on. Yo, listen, these white people don't care about you, blah, 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 blah. They not going to help you. This is how you do this shit. I'm going to show you how you get this money. I can show you hundreds of them people. Not hundreds, but close up there, son, of people that I didn't help and put on. So I do that. As far as this shit, though, going back and forth, you got the right information in that's over, son. All that, each one teach that. Why you think I don't go live? I'm not wasting my time with that shit, bro. If I knew what the fuck I know now, what I know right now, I would have took that whole 10 years, son, and focused straight on technology, bro. And I would have got way more out of that shit, and I would have been able to help way more people do some.
Let me say this, Uncle Ramon. You got people right now that still are not 100% sure that they came from Africa. You got people
We don't
right
care
now.
about that.
Hold up. You got people right now that are not 100% sure that the Atlantic slave trade is true. Brother, it's each one motherfucking teach one. It's our job to wake them up. If you gonna let the young generation mind get infiltrated by flat earthers and crazy ass shit like that, and like I said, you're part of the problem. Now let's get back to the point that you made. You said there's no excuses. You got the internet now. That is a fact. That's why I said conscious community or black power, black unity will never be dead as long as Super Wavy is motherfucking alive. We're going to keep spreading the word. They got this thing called the internet, Uncle Ramon. And Uncle Ramon, I think you had pulled up on Zoriak on the block. You know what I'm saying? So I know you got that warrior spirit, and that shit ain't gonna never motherfucking die down. So don't act like the shit is dead when you in the gym. You just left the gym preparing right now for a cracker to get out of line. So and understand this. We got their foot on our neck so much to where when we talk about a revolution, we talking strategic. We ain't talking crashing out and going spend the rest of your goddamn life like the or no dumb shit like that. We moving strategic. So Uncle Ramon, it's up to you to come up with a goddamn plan. It's up to me to come up with a goddamn plan, and it's up for Uncle Asar to come up with a goddamn plan. We all got to be coming up with plans to get our people in a better position. Now.
Oh man, my shit about to die, bro. I ain't even see this shit. I should have charged this shit before I left. Yeah, my shit gonna die, bro. It's gonna cut off. But I get you, man. I feel you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying, man. But listen, man, as long as you around, you got some information from me somewhere, you got some information from Danny, and it's up to you now to take that information and do something with it, bro. That's all. The information is there. There's no more light to be given, bro. Maybe a saw will give you some more light. I don't know. That nigga got some Netheroo shit for you. Maybe that'll help you. I don't know.
Man, you got some Black history shit for me. What you mean? You ain't tapped out, brother.
I'm tapped out, bro. You don't see me posting about that shit. You don't see me doing none of that, bro. You see what I be posting, son. I don't care about that shit no more, bro. I'm not trying to teach these niggas, bro. I'll give up. It's your turn now.
No.
I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna say you wrong for it, but it's your turn now, brother. But yeah, so I've been fucking with boxing. I've been doing that reflex ball shit. That's what I was doing in that picture, you heard? I like that shit.
Okay, yeah. I'm about to say I come down there. We do some training, some working.
Yeah, I've been fucking with that shit. Shit crazy though, son. Damn, you get a little older, son, you get hit, my nigga. That shit hit different. That
Yeah,
shit hit different now, son.
let me,
Nigga be
let me-
feeling that shit a little longer, bro. Hold on, nigga.
yeah. Now you remember because you used to watch us when we be in there in my gym fighting for like 30 minutes to an hour straight. Yo, once you start losing teeth,
Uh-oh.
like some of my teeth is going now, not in the back, but or not in the front, but in the back. So once you start losing teeth, your chin is different too. Yeah, I lost a certain tooth on the right side, and one of my young boys, he was just on the bare knuckle championship scrapping. He hit me, and I ain't do the dance, but I took a step, and then I just put my hands. I said, okay. And I used to leave class. I used to let him punch me in the face and like, come on, could be calling him out. I can't do that no more. I don't have it no more.
Son, that shit different now, bro. That's all
Yeah.
I know, nigga. Nigga hit you, son. That shit feel crazy, bro.
It happened right when you hit the C40s. I still had it, but when I hit 50, it was a wrap. It was a wrap.
That shit hit different, nigga. That shit hit different. I can still go ham though, you know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
be out working them niggas. So them niggas be like, yo, how old are you? Don't worry, nigga. I'll keep working, nigga. Let's go. Uh-huh.
You be
That's what I
out
be
there with
doing them.
Beast and Juice.
Nah, them niggas be done. You still be working. Beast on here. I don't know what he on. I'm on some
We,
total other shit though. I be fucking with that mace ball shit. You might be seeing me with that or that club bell shit. That's the shit I be fucking with now.
yeah, I seen you
I
doing the kettlebells tough.
yeah, I do
I know
those. That's the shit I fuck with now.
Beast fought on a card in Vegas against this cat named Anjan Topic, and I was supposed to fight Anjan Topic, but he was too little. But Beast fought him, and they was throwing down. I was like, yo, and it had clicked. I said, yo, you from the constructs. Like this Combaticon, we get busy. But he was on the Muay Thai card. I was like, yo.
Yeah, shout out to Sean, man. You know what I'm saying? The
Hey, let
wavy
me ask
man,
you this.
bro.
Let me ask you this. Uncle
Mhm.
Rob Boy, do you ever run into Uncle Larry?
Nah, I don't run into none of them people, bro. They
They in
don't be
Harlem.
where they don't be where I be at, yo.
Mm-mm.
They don't be outside?
Nah, they don't be where I be at. Cause I don't live in Harlem.
They in Harlem. He in Brooklyn.
I live on the Upper East Side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the 80s somewhere. They up there. I don't be over there, bro.
You
Oh,
you
so
in
you a
Harlem?
I live by the white. I live with the white people, homie.
Where you
you
by?
Sorry,
you ain't
Auto
no
wavy.
bougie.
Nah, I'm on 80. I'm on 85th, bro. I'm over there. I'm
Okay.
downtown, bro.
You
I
ain't
ain't
no
in the
He
you
in
ain't no
hundreds.
bougie.
Manhattan. Yeah, he in Manhattan.
You ain't no bougie now.
Uh,
He
nah,
by
I
the
ain't bougie.
Waldorf Astoria.
No, I ain't bougie at all. Definitely not. Far from that.
He Hell's Kitchen in Waldorf Astoria.
Yeah, son. Way we be trying to battle these niggas, son. He gonna get tired of this shit too, sure. So watch.
He will.
You gonna get tired of that shit.
I got 30 more years in me.
I believe you
Mhm.
do. I believe you say. I believe what you say, bro. When you start hearing them same arguments over and over, and then that shit just come off the top of your head, you be like, how the fuck I still remember this shit? You be like, yo, son, man. And these niggas be trying to argue with you. You be like, yo, son, stop trying to argue with me, man. Stop. It's like you fighting somebody and you beating them up, and you like, yo, dogs, just stop. You're gonna
Right.
die, nigga. Stop trying
Mhm.
to fight. I know what you're gonna say before you say it. Just stop it. You got the starter kit. But I ain't gonna lie, son. That Aboriginal shit do be getting me mad, my nigga. That shit still be getting me pissed the fuck off, bro. That shit be having me. That shit be having me mad, son. Them niggas, and they be talking with so much confidence, and then they got all of these fucking black women that be loving that shit, and I'll be like, damn, son, but how they get all these women?
Because the legendary Top Cat, baby. See, Grandma said, my man Top Cat. Shout out to Top Cat.
That nigga name is Bottom Kid, nigga. Legendary Bottom Kid. Fuck that nigga. Niggas is all scam artists, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, baby. These niggas is all scam dogs, man. They know
And
what
that's
the truth is, bro. You can't be reading this shit and don't come across the shit that we come across. That means you intentionally lying to people, bro.
right.
So you're a scam god. You a fucking scammer. You can't do that with Black American history, bro. You can't. You got too much information on it. Now, if you want to talk about the Bible and shit, you could do remixing. You could be that. You could do that with that. But with this, you can't do that with, bro.
Right.
It's too close to our time frame. How you gonna? And all these black people wrote for themselves. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You sound crazy, nigga. So that means you're a scammer, and I'm gonna keep calling you a scam ass nigga. So how you gonna beat somebody that's a scam artist? You can't.
Hey, let me ask you this, Uncle. Let me ask you this, Uncle Robert. How you feel with Rano Rashidi a scam artist?
Is he a scam artist? No, I just think he's stuck in the information that he found out. No different than, I think he's stuck in the information that he found out, and they don't want to move past that.
Right.
I mean,
Dr.
so
B,
it's the same thing. Yeah, same thing with him too. They get stuck into this path, and they found some things that are true, and because they found that, they don't move past that. Does that mean that they wrong or whatever? I don't know. That's up to the person on how to look at that. Ivan Van Sertima, he was doing the same thing, and then he found out his theory was wrong, so he had to revive this shit. Okay, I can't say these niggas came this time. That ain't gonna work because we got new information that say this. You know what I'm saying? So like, what do you say about this shit? Marcus Garvey said this shit. All these niggas said this shit. Carter G. Woodson. Who is these niggas quoting though? Where they get this shit from? They tell you, the Harvard professor. He said the Africans were here first. Boom, that's all they needed to hear. So they got it, and they say, "Oh, you lied to us about everything else, so you lied about this shit too." So then they took that and they ran with it, bro. Now, if they was alive now with the new information that's out, and they still saying that shit, and you scholars that's reading shit, then I'm now because you're a scammer, nigga. You can't keep holding on to that shit if you got new information and you constantly reading shit. What are you gonna say? What we gonna call it? Dr. Henry Parker pseudo the nigga you can't see. So if somebody reading to him, how's he getting this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do? He's at the point where he's at.
And that's why we further the knowledge for them, because like the era before me, which is comedic and Madame Blavatsky-esque, I didn't even touch the Madame Blavatsky stuff really. I skimmed through it just because I was like, where are they getting this from? And then I said, oh. But what I did was really go to the text and really read the text, get into the text, and then make sure that what was happening was sound around the information that was built, because you're not going to run around talking about you're an expert and you can't even read the metal nature. You can't even tell the symbolism. You good? And you really can't make heads or tails of the stuff you're looking at. Especially like what I just said today on Kalam's show, you would never know that. The Manu means the west, Baku is the east. These are the two. This is the picture of it right here. See how they touch the sky? That's the pet. This is the mountain. Don't nobody know that unless you can read the text and know what's really going on. You got it?
Yeah, And it goes to like what you said. Like when I started that shit, I got the stolen legacy. That shit opened my eyes. Then I said, yo, I want to know more about this shit. So I got the meta volumes, and I'm going through 1 through 7.
We was about to
Raw
say
got
now
cut off.
it's 30.
Got cut off. But yeah, stay strong in the truth and try to push as many people to it as possible. The key is reading so that we can bring back actual history, not this revised version of history that we got that doesn't match up with artifacts. And I think you'll win. You'll win for sure. You
You
know.
already know. So I got you on speed dial every time I'm live, goddamn. And we need the holy gospel, the holy African tablet, the holy African tablet. You know I'm
That's
with you.
right. And that's what I keep trying to, because when I see y'all make the move, I try to help y'all as much as possible and add to, because the more we strengthen y'all, the easier our job becomes. And then y'all can tell the story of how, so we sat with so and so and he did this, and and that's why I do such and such, because we got, and that's why I pull as many uh primary resources as I can. So you'll have a library in my videos to go back to, or if I was on this show, see, no, he pulled it right here. And then you could go find the book, which for some reason a lot of these new jacks can't do. And Saber Reggie, to be around him is just a blessing. He was the footstool for Dr. John Henry Clark, for Dr. Leonard Jeffries, for Professor James Smalls, for you with Sarnetta, you with Khalid Muhammad's bodyguard. You understand? Sometimes we don't look at who you're around and the connection you have and the information that they give you to make those type of moves. Some of the Hebrews, we just had our Hebrew brother transition. That brother was at the foot of, I believe, one of the, I don't know if it was Abba Bivens or who he was, but that brother was around. The cat that moved him over to Israel, he was around him. Benya. So, you right there with the greats in your midst. And you don't even take advantage. Oh, nah, he's pseudo. Nah, I ain't African. I ain't I ain't black. What's wrong with y'all? What cereal did you eat this morning? I've been black. I stay African. And I stay asking them. And that's what it's always going to be. And never disrespect the elders in such a fashion.
That's how I look at it, man. You got Dr. John Henry Clark extending his hand. You got Dr. Reggie extending his hand. He extended both of his hands, the other side of his hand, touching the saw or touching me, touching the saw or touching me. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta keep those connections and build those connections, because the same way the elders use oral history, this is our oral tradition. This is our oral tradition.
You can't put this one in your mouth. It was in my mouth. Because it's been all in my teeth and stuff. You need a fresh one if you do it. You understand? Hold on, baby. Got my little
Uncle Rabon know damn well he still got his boots on. Right now.
He going in and out. Here you go. They keep a fresh one. You said free. You got to be fresh to death. You know that, right? Yeah, that's right.
I seen Uncle Rabon pull up on them Hebrews 1D.
Man, me and Rob Bourne used to run on them boys in the hangout so bad. Me and Rob be in them hangouts. And it'd be going down. And I mean going down. So all these ones that you see popping up, I probably either debated already on a different channel, or we debated in the hangouts, and they brought what was hot in their closet, and it didn't work, and So when they pop up, I just be looking at them like, is you going to do this in front of the studio audience, or you going to make a little path for me, and then I'll be kind to you?
Hey, Uncle
That's right.
I remember when I was talking to Uncle Reggie. He said you don't really see Asiatics until I want to think he said the 12th dynasty or somewhere around. When the first time you see Asiatic pharaohs in Egypt? What dynasty?
Right around 11th, 12th. That's when you're going to start to see it. And then you'll see now you won't even see actual Hebrews. You're just going to see people who are Semitic that worship
Nah,
Yah.
not Hebrews, not Hebrews. I'm talking about Asiatics.
Wait, stop. Well, you see them on the wall early on in the what is the Amduat, right? So in the Amduat, you watch this, read it. It said that the Nehesi were first, the Chenahu were this, the Libyan was that. No, boy, and the Asiatic was who he was. So you'll see him over time. Look out, boy, knock it off.
What dynasty do you see the first Asiatic pharaoh?
Around the 11th, 12th dynasty. In fact, I think I got the Manito up here. Let me see. We can pull up those first names, right? Hold on. Let me find the book. I believe it's still up here. I don't think I put it away. Yeah. I put it away. Let me pull it up real quick, because I got the USB port in here. Let me see. Where's my USB? There it is. It's Manito. There's Manito, and let's pull him up real quick.
No, stop giving him those. Here. No. Here. Please do not. Give it to Grammy. What do you got? What do you got, Sam?
A little flosser stick.
No. Give it to Grammy. Get it out your mouth. Here, get away from the window too. Stop.
Come over here.
Give me the goddamn thing. You don't need it. You're not going.
She took his flosser.
Do
you want it?
Yeah. Hold on, let me dig it up.
What? No, you're not getting that. Where's
all that damn screen?
Where's the phone?
Uncle Saul said he got daddy daycare going on over there, y'all.
Man, it'd be crazy over here. It'd be dramatic about nothing, but hold up. It's okay. All right, let me pull this thing up. You see the wallet? Get the wallet. So, the sacred book. All right, let's go in here. You put them all in your piggy bank, man. All the money's in your piggy bank. I can't find it. You know where your piggy bank's at. It's in your mama's room. Oh, no. I'm digging up right now the statements he makes concerning, but our king. We're just going to the 11th dynasty real quick. And what we'll get is the names of the kings that were involved. which most people don't have that, like a Pep and all them. Let me see, Dynasty 3. All right, let's keep going. Dynasty 10, Dynasty 11. All right, here we go. 16 kings of Diasopolis of Thebes, who resigned for 43 years in succession to these Amen, Amenemes, ruled for 16 years, and that's his first book. Let me see. Let me check the 10th dynasty as well. They ruled for 185 years. 19 kings of Heriak. I can't even say that Greek word. Here's the 11th dynasty. 16 kings. Let's look at them. He doesn't put their names. Now, he doesn't put their names, which makes me think that that is probably the start of those Hikakasu kings, right?
You trying to
The
share your
12th
screen?
dynasty. Okay, let me share. It's entire screen. Share. Okay, boom. So let's go back over here. This is the that's his writing in the Greek right there. And then here goes your translation of it, right? So what you have here from Benito, you have this is Dynasty 10. So what you're gonna get, you see here is according to Africanus. This is according to Eusebius. And then of course you have Manito's version, which both of these guys are copying from, and then you have Josephus translating it. Now, here goes the 11th dynasty. It consisted of 16 kings of Diasopolis or Thebes who reigned for 43 years. Now, because they're from Thebes, they're probably, African, but there's a good chance some of them may have been from out of town. It could be some out of towners because there's no names listed, right? I'm in I'm I'm in MS, I'm in Mhet. These two here, that's all that we see. The Turin Papyrus gives us 6 kings with more than 160 years. So we would need to go to the Turin Papyrus to see who these kings are. And looking at their names, like I said, it's a good chance that some of them might have been Hikakasu. But here in the 12th dynasty, we know for sure. And so let's go here to Dynasty 12, according to Africanus first. From the sacred book of Manetho, the 12th dynasty consisted of 7 kings of Diasopolis: Sesenkosis, Amanimus, Amen, MS. It's like Amen of many births or something like that, kind of. Sesostris. We all know Sinra said or Sesostris. And then who else we got? Lacaris or Lamaris, Amaris, Amanimus, and Semi Ophrius. These are those kings from the 12th dynasty, but these aren't the ones that are Hikakasu. Now, there's a difference in the timelines, right? Manetho has the Hikakasu in the 15th dynasty, meaning they didn't come in the 12th dynasty.
So these
So
right here, these names right here, them names, them ain't African names.
them is African names right there. But these particular guys in this one, the 12th, I'm showing you the 12th dynasty because Saber Reggie has it as the 12th, but Manetho has it as the 15th. The other scenario that the minimizers, they minimize the timeline, try to make it shorter. They put them at the 12th dynasty. Manito said they don't come in until the 15th dynasty, right? So
Did the when did the Tamahu come in?
about the 15th dynasty as well. They came in like together. So we'll go to the 15th. See how right here it says the Hyksos age, 1700 to 1580 BC, from Josephus contra Apianum. Josephus is citing the records of neighboring nations and proof of the antiquity of the Jews. So this is what he's saying here. This is your Hikakasut. And now when we go to the Hikakasut, listen. Mama, you trying to open it? What you doing, man? So as we scroll down, thereafter he says there came a revolt of the kings of the Thebaid and the rest of Egypt against the shepherds, and a fierce and prolonged war broke out between them by a king whose name was Misframgumuthosis. Miss Phragmuthosis, like Thoth or something. The shepherds, he says, were defeated, driven out of all the rest of Egypt, and confined in a region measuring within its circumference of 10,000 auras, by name Auris, close to Osiris. According to Manetho, the shepherds enclosed this whole area with a high, strong wall in order to safeguard all their possessions and spoils. Thutmose, the son of, continues, attempted by siege to force them to surrender the blockade, or for to surrender, blockading the fortress with an army of 480,000 men. Finally, giving up the siege in despair, he concluded, let's go down here, a treaty by which they should all depart from Egypt and go unmolested where they pleased. On these terms, the shepherds, with their possessions and households complete, no fewer than, you see that number right there? 240,000 persons. What is the number for the people who left in the Exodus? Can you hear me? Uh-oh.
Hey, Uncle Saw.
Oh, yeah,
them
yeah, yeah.
Bible believers, they sleep right now. Let me ask you this. So, do you have any primary sources of Kemet, the black land, referring to soil?
We have one that stems from the Greek period. Other than that, we don't see it. And it doesn't say black soil. It talks about the black land. Me and Smash kind of went over it. Me and Saber, Reggie, and Smash went over it, I should say. And that's about it. Now, Asar Imhotep pulls it up. And as he pulls it up, it's from a Greek time period. So it's like, if they didn't start showing that until the Greeks came, then it's obviously derivative from the people, which we see a lot earlier in the attestation. I believe he pulled up from the 4th dynasty. So with him pulling that up so early, it's kind of a wrap. And we have them calling themselves black before they call the land black land. Term
Oh yeah,
Kemet comes around the
we need
12th
to see that.
dynasty.
We need to
Yeah.
see that.
So if they calling themselves black before they calling the land black, guess which one beat it to the punch? And then if we go to the Hem to Amen, it's really a wrap, because the Hem to Amen shows the black land, the black bull, it shows all of that.
Remember, In the Bible, it says, "Forgive me, I am black."
Yeah, they crazy with that.
We need to show what the Egyptians called themselves black before the black land.
Yeah, and
Gotta be a
that's the attestation Smash has. Let me see if I can find the hymn to Amen, because that hymn to Amen is he talk about being a black bull. He talk about ejaculating with the beautiful women, all of that stuff. So he equates himself to being the black bull and all that other stuff. And nothing could be more clear to Saber Reggie's point than that.
right.
But where the heck is the damn thing?
The anthropomorphization.
Yeah. Which book is this? I got so many books in here. I just
Man, you got that's the treasure chest.
yeah. What is it? 94 in this particular one. It's like 1,000 something or 10,000. I got on one of them. It's
Do
crazy.
you think that in Alexandria that they created the Greek script and the Hebrew script at the same time? In Egypt, Alexandria.
No, I think the Demotic is first, which is the Greek script. Um, I think the Coptic and the Demotic were probably at the same time, but they try to act as if the Demotic came first. But the way it looks to me, it looked like the Coptic was probably the
No,
progenitor.
I'm talking about the. Do you think these Bible creators made the Hebrew script of the Bible and the Greek script of the Bible at the same time?
No. Once again, I don't think so. Like the Hebrew script is put back together. For you want the real Hebrew script, or you looking to see when they started using Hebrew again?
There's a theory out there that the Hebrew is not older than the Greek. That they actually go ahead. You got it.
So okay, so you're looking at the recreation of Hebrew when they put it back together because it didn't have vowels. When they do it, they have to use the Greek in order to put it back together, and they use the Greek and they use the Medu Neter because they needed the Medu Neter to put it back together, and the Coptic in particular, so that they could use their vowels. The difference between Medu Neter and Hebrew is that they started speaking the Hebrew and using the Hebrew. We don't speak the Medu Neter, and we keep making excuses for why it's a dead language instead of just using it,
Okay,
starting to put it back together and running with it.
for instance, you got I think the Septuagint, which is Greek. That's the oldest biblical document before any Hebrew document. Now, you got you got the the Hebrew only got 7,000 words, but you got the Septuagint. I mean, you got the Greek got over I think 300,000 words, and basically the Septuagint is describing the the text better than what they call this ancient Hebrew text. So meaning your language, if you translating a script, you can't translate up. You can only translate down or lateral. And they saying with the in order for the Hebrew script to be older, how is the Greek explaining it with so much detail, but the Hebrew can't?
Because they couldn't speak the Hebrew. So remember in the Aristeas letters, Philo, the Egyptian, has to teach the Hebrews who were only speaking Greek because they forgot how to speak Hebrew. He was teaching them how to speak and put their language from the Greek into the Hebrew. He was the translator.
Okay,
So
what's the
that tells
oldest?
you.
When you
So,
say they forgot how to speak Hebrew, what you mean?
like the Hebrews who were in Israel couldn't speak it. They were speaking Greek. They
So
couldn't
they didn't.
speak.
So did they
They
forget how
couldn't
to
speak
speak it, or they
Hebrew.
never spoke it?
Some of them never spoke it. The other ones were being taught how to, right? And so Philo, because he's following Ptolemy's orders, is putting together their book of laws, right? Such as this. When you see the you see this right here, this is the Nash Papyrus. This is the primary resource for the Ten Commandments. It's on a papyrus, if that says anything to you, right? So it's on a papyrus before it reaches book format, because this was the book it was on. And if you look up the Nash Papyrus, you're going to see, all the good stuff. But what you won't find is uh, the land of whatever they called Egypt, land of captivity or whatever they be saying. You don't find that in there. You're looking at the original source. And so when you get to that original source, you don't see all that. You just see the commandments, you see their God speaking a little bit, and that's it. You don't have that Egypt was a land of bondage mess in there, and none of that other stuff that they added later.
All right, so you know what this comment is saying?
Let me see. The LXX, that's a chapter 50. So the 70th is a translational text. Silver's in Tav will say such. So you're saying chapter 70 of what book? Because I didn't see your other comments. Hold on, let me stop sharing.
He ain't write no other comment. I think that's where it started off. I guess I don't know if he was looking at something that you had. Let me ask you
Yeah.
this: when do we have the oldest Hebrew text?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I that I wouldn't know, because it's going to depend on what you define as a Hebrew. If
Right.
if we
So
say that
is it impossible? So is it impossible to say that the Greek language is older than the Hebrew language?
no, no, but for them it is, because I'll tell you this, right? So this is what they do. They take the Canaanite text, the Proto-Canaanite, and they call it Proto-Hebrew, because
Right.
it's got the bullhead and all that stuff.
Right.
But that's
Right.
Canaanite.
Right.
So it's not Proto-Hebrew, it's Proto-Canaanite.
Cooking.
Now,
We cooking
if
now.
you
We
and I did this to the Hebrews on Sinetta's channel, to the 5 that popped up there with me, or 6. Um, if you say that that's Proto-Hebrew, then you need to admit that you think you're of Canaanite origin,
right.
which means you come from the house of Ham, not Shem. If you don't admit to that, you need to take your mouth off of that, and you need to wait till Hebrew develops as its own text later in history.
And when would that
Because
be? When would that be, Uncle Asar? We need that date. We need that date.
that's right. So let's look up, and I have the book in here somewhere. I can't find it at the moment. And this is why the letters of Aristeas are so important, right? Because the Septuagint, or is it the Tanakh? I believe it might be the Tanakh of the first 5 books, but the whatever it is, I can't remember the name of their book. In the beginning, it states that yes, we were put in rooms by Ptolemy so that we could get the law. And so it proves that the Aristeas letters can't be a farce. And so here it goes right here. Go out Aristeas.
You talking about the Library of Alexandria?
This is their letters of Aristeas. So in the letters of Aristeas, see, Eleazar, the high priest, sends greetings to King Ptolemy, his true friend. My highest wishes are from your welfare and the welfare of Queen Arsinoe, your sister, and your children. I also am well. So this is Eleazar, and he's talking to Ptolemy, who is asking him to send him 60 or 72 priests, whatever it is, that wrote the Septuagint. Have them come to me so that I can put them in separate rooms and we can see what they know of the law, the ancient Hebrew law, and I will have Philo go to each room and do the translation in Hebrew because they only speak Greek. And so here's where it talks about that in the letters of Aristeas. And it talks about Philo's role. It calls, look, of the 7th tribe, Sabbatus, Zedekiah, Jacob, Isaac. He's asking for all these priests to come so they can do the breakdown.
Did they come?
Yeah, because Ptolemy was in charge. And remember when I showed y'all Hadrian's map? At that time, Egypt was Israel and part of Assyria.
So what happened when they did it?
Once they did it, they added that book to the Alexandria library, and eventually one of your first Bibles is the Codex of Alexandria. So they say the Septuagint is this old and that old and all this, which could be true, but one of the first complete Bibles is
we got to get the oldest date of Hebrew. Like when do we have the first Hebrew papyrus?
First Hebrew papyrus would have to be like the Nash papyrus or one of those. But the Codex Alexandria is one of your first where they put it all together, right? And it's going to look like this. See how it's in Coptic? See how it's in Greek, the Coptic? The end of the second epistle of Peter and the beginning of the first epistle of John in the same column. This is one of the first writings of the entire, or almost the entire Bible. And it's in Coptic or Demotic, however you'd like to. So when they get the book, it comes because of this, because of the command of Ptolemy putting everything together for them. Before that, they don't have a book like that. They're trying to put it together. So let's look up Septuagint. They say that's the earliest, but the more I dive into it,
Uncle Saul, you keep talking about Greek. I'm talking about Hebrew. I'm trying to prove that the Greek is older than the Hebrew. So we ain't gotta look up no more Greek. We trying to look up Hebrew.
Well, look at what we're seeing. That's what I'm saying. Look at what we're seeing. See,
it say the first
Hebrews are going to do you like this. Hebrews are going to do this. They're going to say proto Hebrew.
Nah. We already broke why we ain't taking that for an answer.
Right.
We ain't talking,
but this is our earliest Hebrew writing.
They're not going to agree that the Canaanites. So we ain't got to go to Paleo Hebrew. We talking about when is the first Hebrew script. I think it's
this is what we're looking at, right? So we looking at the time period of it.
This
And
is
it's,
before Uncle Asar. This is before.
well, we got to look at this though, because this is, if this is Paleo Hebrew, it's 1000 BCE, right? And if it's the Zayit stone, 10th century BCE, right here, letters Waw, He, Het, Zayin, and Tet, right there, right? But look at what it's called.
That's why I'm saying they're not gonna accept that. Go back up real quick. Let me see what that date say. We trying to get them exactly, not nobody else, not who before. So it say 1000 BC to 135 CE.
135 Common Era. Yeah.
So do
So
you have Paleo Hebrew and Ancient Hebrew at the same time?
Paleo Hebrew is Canaanite, right? So this is why I say it depends on what kind of Hebrew we're talking about. If he's okay with calling himself a Canaanite, see, to
Uncle
the
Asar.
script of the Hebrews
Check
from
me out.
southern Canaan, days Israel, Palestine is hardly suitable. The Paleo
Check.
Hebrew and phonation, huh?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So we're talking about what kind of Hebrew we're dealing with. Like if they say they're Canaanite, then they
They
can
not gonna
claim
Uncle Asar. Oh, we just went over that.
no.
That's what
Some
I
of
was
them
saying.
do.
Now
Some of
hold up.
them
Answer
do.
this question. Uncle Asar, answer this question. Scroll back up real quick. We got the date. Back up to the top. Where it say 1000. Right there. All right. So you see where it say 135 CE?
Yup.
Is Paleo Hebrew and Ancient Hebrew going on at the same time? That's my question to you.
Is Paleo Hebrew and which one?
The biblical Hebrew going on at the same time, like Ancient
No,
Hebrew.
no.
So
Biblical
is it
Hebrew doesn't come till a lot later. That's why I'm trying to. So here you have parent systems, right?
hold
Egyptian
on real quick.
hieroglyphs.
Uncle Saul, relax. We good on all that. So when it say 135 CE, is this before Ancient Hebrew or after Ancient Hebrew?
No, this is when it ends. 135 Common
Right.
Era.
That's Paleo Hebrew. I'm speaking of Ancient Hebrew right now. Just listen to me. When it
Mhm.
say 135 CE, you think Ancient Hebrew was going on at that time, or it came after 135 CE?
I think it was going on before 135 CE. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so we got
Hebrew
to
is
get the
going to
date. We got to get the date of that. We got to get the date
Hebrew.
of Hebrew, the first Hebrew text. It says 7th century BCE, but I'm trying to nail it down, Uncle Saul.
Right, right. Well, we got to kind of go through the process a little bit, right? So up here, we got Paleo Hebrew script, also Paleo Hebrew, Proto Hebrew, or Old Hebrew is the writing system found in Canaanite and Aramaic inscriptions, including pre-biblical and
Okay,
biblical
so
Hebrew.
we got to go to the first
Right.
temple period.
So,
It says in Jewish history.
yeah, that's why I'm saying we got to kind of dig a little bit because I'm
Do
not
you
a Hebrew
believe in
expert.
Solomon? Do you believe King Solomon was a real person, Uncle Saul?
No.
All right, hold up. Check this out. So then we got to break this down. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. All right, so it says the first temple period in Jewish history spanned from approximately 1000 BCE to 586 BCE, a period marked by the construction and later destruction of the first temple in Jerusalem. First temple,
So
also known as Solomon's Temple, was built by King Solomon and served as a central place of worship for the Israelites. Let me say this last
so
sentence. The period ended with the Babylonian conquest of Jerusalem and the destruction of the temple in 586 BCE. You got the floor.
So it told us what we knew right there, 1000 BCE, so far is when we can say that Hebrew starts. Hebrew actually starts. Before that, it tells you that it's Proto-Canaanite, not Paleo-Hebrew. So this is why, because now here's why, right? If I go get one of their scholars like David Roll, which most of them rely on, he's going to tell you he's into the Canaanite thing, and Canaanites are
Uncle
Hebrews.
Asar, Uncle Asar, we already beat that point. We already beat that. We already won that argument already. Stick to
Right,
this.
but we're still
Is
hear what I'm
Google,
saying though.
Uncle Asar, Uncle Asar, we good. We won that argument. Let's stick to this. Is Google lying? Saying the first temple, also known as Solomon Temple, was built by King Solomon. Is they lying by that?
Yeah, because it's going off of historicity of the Bible. What temple do you know has King Solomon on it? You don't. The only one that they equate to him is Solomon Asher Birnbaum. Also, Salamu Birnbaum was a Yiddish linguist and a Hebrew paleographer who was born in Vienna and died in Toronto. He argued to apply the term Phoenician from northern Canaan, today's Lebanon, to the script of the Hebrews from southern Canaan, today's Israel Palestine, is hardly suitable. So you have an infight with them being a certain type of Canaanite and with the script being proto Canaanite. And
You
so
keep
then
going.
the
You
question
keep going
becomes,
back to that.
are the
Keep going back to that Canaanite thing. I told you we already won that argument, Uncle Asar. We already won that.
yeah, but that's not the argument. What we're listening to right now is where does the Hebrew apply itself at? Because you don't have Hebrew, you
It's
have a
right here. It's
Canaanite
right here.
script,
It's right here. It's right here. We ain't gotta
1000
mention Canaanite
BCE.
for Uncle Asar. Check me out. We
Uh-huh.
ain't gotta mention Canaanite for the rest of the show because we got a timeline right here that's not talking about Canaanite. So look, it say the first temple period in Jewish history. So now we gotta get to is
So when
Jewish
is the
history.
first temple period? Watch this.
Go ahead.
First, watch, I'll type it in. First temple period in Jewish history. 10th century BCE.
Uh,
1058. So we already have the 1000.
oh my bad. Let me
Okay,
say it.
that's already determined because that's when you're using the Hebrew that they use in their oldest format. But if we want to go to the source, we have to pinpoint who they think the earliest Hebrews are, which would be the southern or northern Canaanites. So we need to dig and
Uncle
see
Asar.
who.
Uncle Asar, tell me
So
why I typed it. Uncle Asar, tell me why I typed it into Google.
what
I
it
thought
say?
Google was gonna lie to me.
What it say?
I've been avoiding pulling up Google. I've been avoiding asking Google this whole time, Uncle Asar. Look at what it say. This is sad.
Let me see. Greek
This
is
is
generally
wild.
considered. Oh, I told you. I told you.
It's wild.
I told you.
The earliest written evidence of Greek in the form of Linear B dates back 1450, 1350 BC. The earliest written evidence of Hebrew dates back 1000 BC. This is wild.
I told you. And the reason why is because the Greek is the Demotic text. And the Demotic text is made from what? Hieroglyphs. And this is why they try to put themselves with the Canaanite script because it will put them at the time of when they think the first alphabets were formed, even though they still die there, because when you find that alphabet, you've already got Egyptian tax records in hieroglyphic sitting right next to it.
Look at what it say. It says this makes Greek one of the oldest recorded living languages.
Facts.
And then when you go to the Hebrew, it say while some oral traditions be older, when Moses wrote on the damn script. Moses wrote it on stone, broke the stone, then wrote it again. We ain't trying to hear none of that. I know.
Now the shame in that is, right, Moses' song is almost identical to Thutmose's song. And
Right.
I'm gonna leave that there because I don't want to embarrass our brothers. But yes, we
Now, hey, I'm sorry. It's like, check me out. Check me out. A lot of Bible believers, a lot of black Bible believers don't agree that they Canaanites. So we gotta get past that. We can let you have that. Yeah. Even we know proto, you know, like I saw prove. But we gonna get past that. We ain't gonna look that way. We gonna look at your oldest shit. Your oldest shit, 10th century BC. But we got this Greek going back 1300 BC. And that's why I asked earlier, Uncle Saul. That's why I asked you earlier. There's a theory that they was writing the Hebrew Bible or Hebrew text of the Bible and the Greek text at the same time and backdating it, but it was all written at the Library of Alexandria in Egypt at the same time. That's why I had asked that earlier. But you got the flow, Uncle. So how you feel about that?
well, and that's why I pulled up the Aristeas letters, because it shows us that the people in Israel were speaking Greek. And they couldn't speak the Hebrew. They needed Philo to translate it into Hebrew for them.
So when we go back to because I don't like to say I don't just want to say so what do we say Jewish history is backdated, or do we say that whole Hebrew that whole Jewish history? I mean, I don't want to say it's all fake, but what do we say is backdated to be older?
We say that to be courteous to our Hebrew brothers. We say that you forgot how to speak Hebrew, and so you had to relearn it when it was a dead language, and now it's back alive. And we leave it at that. Because when we talk about the supposed history, we got to look at the first time somebody called themselves Hebrew. And I'm about to write a small paper on this Merin Ptah Stela, not saying Hebrew, but saying Syria. After I write the small letter, I'm going to let Smash do his book on why it doesn't mean that and go even more in depth and break it down. And so we know we can't trace it back to that because, yeah, it's anyone who can read Medu Neter knows it doesn't say Israel. They know that they're really struggling to put Israel together.
Yeah, they Uncle saw they made that up. They made that up.
Yeah.
It's the Tep Hinnom scrolls dated around 600 BC is the oldest surviving text from the Hebrew Bible. Discovered 1979. They always finding this shit in the 1900s though. They find this shit in the 1900s. Oh, we definitely got some damn backdating going on. I don't say, and they say the oldest surviving. Like it's gonna be like it's some room for doubt. They know some room for doubt, Uncle Saw.
Yeah, there's a lot of they have an identity crisis. So I used to do this when I used to be in the back chats and we would debate. Rob Warner attest to this. I would say, so which kind of Hebrew are you? What's your lineage? And they would never say. And the reason they would never say is because when you look at the people that are there, you've got the Shasu Yahu, you've got the Shasu Reuben, you have the Kananu, the Canaanites, and you have like two more groups that are. Now, the funny part, right, is they're totally different Shasu. They're not related really in any way. But you have to pick one if you claim to be ancient Hebrew and you know your lineage back to this and that. We know the first time we see Yahweh, he's subject to Ra, or he's not subject, but his follower is subject to Ra. And so we can see that in Seti's uh in the foyer of Seti, and I can't remember exactly where that stone is at, but it shows that Shasu Yahu bound. He's bound, and he's a worshiper of Yahoo, or he's from Yahoo. And let me pull up Shasu. Shasu of Yahweh popped up. This way y'all can see it. And you have to, at some point in time, you got to choose a lineage because these are different people. And so if you love El Shaddai, El this, El that, then you got to claim a Canaanite lineage. If you love Yahweh, then you are the Shasu Yahweh. And they don't look like you. They look like a blonde hair Arab dude. And so, hold up, I'm gonna share this so you can see this. We need to see visuals. Pan African James. When we build them, we call us by our African names. Look. Here we go. So here go this Shasu Yahoo right here. That's him. Now, if we're gonna look at the other Shasu, let me see if they're on here. Those who move on foot, Shasu. Egyptian word Shas, that means to wander. He's a wanderer and a plunderer, right? The Shasu also appear in Canaan, Syria, Syrian Arab Republic, blah, 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 and Egypt. So you got to pick one, man. You know what I'm saying? And Shasu Yahu did not come in the direction of Syria. They come from a different direction on the map at the time. Now, when we look at this, those of Serur, those of Reuben, those of Shemat, those of Erber, those of Yahu, which is Yahweh, and those of Pisepis. Those are the Shasu. Amara, Nubia. 6 groups of Shasu are mentioned. So in Nubia, they mention these Shasu. So you can't be the Shasu of Peru and also be the Shasu Yahu. They're 2 different groups and come from 2 different directions. Prisoners have Amenhotep II. A list of prisoner gives about half of those of Kor, Karu, which is Syrian. It's Syrian. So if it's from Syria, and it says Kor, now remember when we was going through that Meron Ptah Stela, what's right behind the supposed rendering of the Israel? It says Kor. It says they're from Kor. which is how we know that it probably says Syrians for the first time in history, as opposed to saying Israel for the first time in history, because Core is
Right.
right behind it. Karu, Core.
Right.
Shasu, and Shasu.
Them niggas on the outskirts.
Yeah, so you have to pick a lineage if you claim to be this Hebrew Israelite thing, and which one of these Shasu groups do you come from? Is this you, Shasu of Yahoo? Is this your cousin? It's your man?
So
This
people,
Ramses the Third Relief. This your man's right here. This your cousin.
that's
They don't want to
that's
choose
your
him.
gang,
Never.
that's your OG.
They don't never want to choose him. But they want to use this picture all the time. See, the Egyptians were beating us. You don't know who that is. You don't know what they're getting beat for.
You niggas came
Because you
in
can't
acting
read this
reckless.
up here. Yeah, you
You
can't
niggas
read this
came
up
in.
here. So don't tell me that's
You
you.
niggas walking. You niggas walking in the trap without not taking y'all damn shoes off, not closing no damn doors. You niggas was acting like a damn Neanderthal.
And this is the battle of Kadesh. So when y'all say this is you, knowing that these are Hittites, they say Uncle Job Seneb, Iu, something eerie, and then it's hard to read. But this over here, Paut, the prince, something went to something. Like, it's difficult to read. But this ain't got nothing. What you talking about, Hebrew?
Now
It ain't a word on here that say Hebrew.
now hold up. Now look at Bobby Ray and John and Mike standing up. And look at what's that nigga name? Zawi and look at Moto
Sazai
and all these
was.
other niggas on the ground down. That's goddamn Yeshua and goddamn Makakadang and all them niggas on the ground. If you look up, you see Michael Jordan, you see Shaq, you see goddamn, see them, look at them Nilotics. Them goddamn Nilotics. Look at them.
They
Them
looking
black,
like they looking
black.
like them Jedi's. They looking like these them Suri Jedi. Let's pull it up, right? Suri Jedi's. They
You
call them.
clearly
They not
see an
Jedi's, but
Arab. You clearly see an Arab getting hit by some goddamn some minute bowl looking motherfuckers.
let's pull up Suri stick fighting Jedi's. Here they go here. That's how they looking
There you
right
go.
there.
There you go.
They coming
The
to get busy.
Danga fighters.
They're coming to
There we
get
go.
busy. Here go the
Getting
Ethiopia Surma tribe.
Yeah, I was about to say,
and
go to the
Suri.
third one. That's exactly them.
They're coming to get. What did you tell him? Why is he coming to fight? What is the deal? No. See, listen. He about to snitch his whole life away. We don't do that. Look at that.
But
They move. You see them sticks? It's about to go down.
them sticks 3 sides your ass, boy.
The Donga training, all of that. And yo, they will split that wig to the white meat. And I mean split it to the white meat.
You know we
You
know
know
that's
why?
stick tough.
The reason why is because this your cousin. This your cousin right here.
Getting their ass beat. Your cousin came up in our house with their shoes off, with the dog on the couch and shit, sleeping with the cat.
See, them hands is bound to the neck, and neck is bound to the. That's your cousin. But you want it to be fresh, but you're gonna end up. Like that. That's how I go down. That's how I go down.
Show the Kadesh on the wall.
Kadesh picture, huh? Let me back him
Nah,
up.
the black and white, the Battle of Kadesh.
Yeah, I'm about to. I gotta back him up. Where's my? There go my alt. Oh, that's why I gotta. No, I was. Damn it! Hold on, let me pull him back up. We're going back over to it.
So see Mo Bamba, Shaq. There we go.
Yeah,
Mo Bamba, Manute Bol. We got his son Bobo. Look at Bobo right there with the daddy beating on Zowie
but
Hawassner.
I told you. And look, you can see the hair. You can see the nose.
You can see, yeah. Look at the facial features. Look at the body. Only us built like that.
Ain't nobody playing, man. They
Look
coming.
at the
Look, he got that thing cocked back.
head.
That thing cocked back. No, I won't do it. I won't do it. No,
and
please,
then
please.
they called them spies. So they
Yeah.
know they out of pocket.
Look, he got the stick pressed all in his armpit. I could break you. This one on his head. This is next to your ear. He want to swing. He want to swing. Soon as you say the wrong thing, they're going. It's on. It's a friendly game of baseball. And you think it ain't going down? It's going down. It's going
Don't
to look
never
just
say
like this.
don't never
It's
say
going to look
our
just
people like
like that.
that.
You see how he's swinging it? He letting you know it's going. Do I need to get busy?
To
Stick
whack your
fighting
ass.
story.
To
Goddamn
whack your
Jedi.
ass with some
Yeah.
damn dunga.
Arasa Malik. Manchu Arts. Manchu Arts. They letting you know. And he could do it for real. He still got it. Letting you know how I go down.
A dunga ass whooping.
Sagini.
They ain't get beat by the ugly stick. They got beat by the dunga stick.
They coming to get busy. You done messed up.
They
You
messed
done
up.
messed up. Who you
No, you
told
didn't.
about us? We
And
told you to
look,
leave.
he ain't even got no damn clothes on.
Nah,
Let's
it's going down.
say fuck the clothes. We going to war.
Yeah, it's still old school.
They doing the LeBron James powder toss. They putting the powder on their body.
Yup. The magic. I swing and I crush your head, and it is. It's going down. Look, it's strutting to hit you with that thing. You done messed up today. You done messed up today, baby. Look at the little kid right there jamming. He jamming on the one. Ooh, someone head get butt. It's going down. So you don't, don't get caught out there, man. Don't get caught out there, man. That if this is you, then that's your cousin.
That's your cousin.
And if that's your cousin, it's going down. Because he done messed up. He done told. He done he was supposed to get up out of there. Supposed to get up out of there. The story of Joseph in the Hebrew Bible has nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with it. That's how your name is spelled in Medu Neter. Ta, land, sh, s, ooh, ya, ooh, ah, Yahuwah, sha, su, Yahuwah, ta, sha, su, ooh, Yahweh. It's going down. It's going down. Look at all these names that they try to say is this or that. Hyksos, Apiru, Shutu, Irsu, Ea, Ea. Which one of them is it? Which clan do you belong to? Because you got to make a choice. You talk to me, you got to make a choice. That's when they stopped trying to debate me and talk. It was like, oh, he's on the call with us. I've got to go.
Huh.
I've got to go. Yes, sir. These are the choices. Find a name and stick to one of those that's highlighted right there. These are found in Amara Nubia. These are the 6 groups. Pick one. My Hebrew brothers, we need to know which one is you if you claim to be this old in history. And that's all. That's all.
And that's all. Man. Don't forget where you learned this at.
I had to teach myself. I had to teach myself literally. And then I start putting the puzzle together. And then I start going through the Bible verses. And then I said, oh, wow, this correlates. Then I was going through the Quranic verses. I was like, oh, wow, that correlates. How did they do that? And then I was reading the Aristeas letters and just happened to look and say, oh, that's the same thing in that other book on Sophia with that's their Tanakh, or and then it clicked to me one day. I said, I'm reading Plutarch, and it says Amun, who is our god Zeus. And then the Aristeas letter says Zeus, who is your god Yahweh. And then I said, oh, wow. I've got the God lineage right
Say that
there.
one more time. Say that one more time for the people in the back.
For the people in the back, my name is Asaf. Yeah. So when I looked at Plutarch, I said, well, first, we can go back to my old video. I'm telling you how the gods come into being. So I went all the way from the whole Egyptian pantheon, from the 8, the Agdad, to the Ennead, to the ending Netcheru that puts everything together in Amun. And once I got Amun, I went to Plutarch and seen that Zeus came from Amun. And then I went over to Philo and them to see what they was talking about with the Aristeas letters, and noticed they said our god Zeus, who is equated to your god Yahweh. And the Zeus king wrote back to, or the Hebrew king wrote back to him in agreement. I said it's over. It's over. I done figured out the pantheon. We done walk these dogs. We could represent Woo.
Hey man, you didn't figure out the game plan.
Easy work.
Now
let me get off of here.
Yeah, I appreciate you thugging with me, Uncle Rob Bourne. Appreciate you thugging with me. Subscribe to the show, man. We're gonna get Uncle Saw up on here next week, man. We're gonna be breaking these letters down for you, the ABCs. You know what I'm saying? How you teach you how to read meta elementary style.
Yeah. We're gonna go from the we can do that. We can definitely do that. Call me Pan-African James. When we building, call us by our African names. Hold on, let's answer some of these questions in the chat. Diddy is a pig. Yeah, Diddy did some crazy stuff. A codex can be made of papyrus. I don't know what's being said. I'm not sure what you meant by that. When I told them I was a chronologist, they laughed. That's true. They did try to laugh at you, brother Pan-African. They out their goddamn mind. the 70, the LXX is 70, is a translational text. Silvers in Tav will say such. I don't know what he's getting at there. Peace, chat. Peace, Courtney. Peace, my brother. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. So shout out to my Hebrew brothers who were in the building. Just giving y'all a walkthrough of how Zeus and Yahweh are synonymous and how the Zeus worshippers ordered the Yahweh worshippers to write their law down in Greek. Philo translated it into Hebrew. The Egyptian Philo translated it into Hebrew. And then you ended up getting your laws. And if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if it's called the Tanakh or what it's called. It's got Getting 57 and all that. Hold up, let me see. Getting 57a, the Talmud. The Talmud in the beginning confesses to that. It says exactly that.
Hey,
And
y'all be anticipating that show, and y'all keep up. Go check out Uncle Saw. He always dropping off the knowledge. He always dropping off the information. Y'all know how you do it. Uncle, gonna close us out.
man, remember who you are and be in the Sar. Ankwas the Jed, Uncle Jasaneb, Dua, Henu for listening. Shalom. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullah. Super wavy. Play the music, baby.
All right, Uncle Saw, you take it easy. We're gonna go out here to this right here.
It ain't my fault, I got it off. Trap out the low, package dropped off. Gas make you cough, straight out the soul. Girl in my mouth, yo. It ain't my fault. Cameras active, watching over my house. End up in the cloud, trying to chase you some clout. Designer stepping, you can tell how I walk. Don't know no better, yeah. It ain't my fault, I got it.